Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. Yungi looked at Men. Where is Jimin? Men. Jimin, actually he. Yungi, close the file. He hasn't come yet. Men stayed silent. I think I asked something, said certainly. Men slowly shook his head. No, sir. Yungi, if I'm not wrong, then it's the fourth time this month that he is late. Men, sir, nowadays there is so much traffic. Yungi, so if there is traffic, then he should leave the house early. This isn't any excuse. Why are you taking his side? Men, sir, I'm not taking his side. I'm only telling you that nowadays there is so much traffic. Yungi, go and bring attendance register. Men, attendance register, but why, sir? Yungi, to deduct his salary. Men, isn't it too much to deduct his salary? Yeah, I know he's wrong, but you can tell him to do overtime. I don't think it's right to deduct his salary. Yungi, do I ask from you? Who is the boss, me or you? Men, sorry sir, you are the boss. Yungi, do what you are told to. Don't need to use your brain. Go and get me attendance register and send Jimin to me whenever he comes. Men, okay sir, left. Men left from there and gave him attendance register. Yungi was checking the attendance register and counting the days when Jimin came late. After 20 minutes, Jimin came there and knocked the door. Jimin, may I come in, sir? Yungi, come in. Jimin, sorry, sir, I became late. Yungi, late? You aren't late, Mr. Park. We all are the fool who came this much early. You came on right time. Jimin, I'm really sorry, sir. Yungi, what's the office timing? Jimin, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yungi, and at which time you entered in office building? Jimin, 9:35 a.m. Yungi, give him attendance register, sign on it and tell me how many times you came late in this month. Jimin signed and counted, including today 4 times, sir. Yungi, that's it. Your 2 days salary will be deducted. Jimin, I'm sorry, sir. I promise I won't be late from now onwards. Please don't deduct the salary. Yungi, no. This will remind you that don't take the things lightly. If you again came late, then I will deduct your that day's salary. We aren't fools who come early. Now, don't just stand here and bring coffee for me and tell me today's schedule. Jimin, okay, sir. Left to bring coffee for him. Arthur's point of view, Min Young-ki was a CEO. His nature was cold. He didn't like to talk much. He couldn't tolerate any indiscipline. He wanted everything on time. He gave his employees best facility and wanted the best work efficiency from them. Park Jimin was his secretary. He was the youngest employee of the company. He was good at his work. His nature was very calm, sweet, caring, and helpful. Whole staff loved him except Yoongi. According to Yoongi, he was very young. An experienced person should be his secretary. He joined last month. After completing his studies, he joined this company. Yoongi urgently wanted a secretary, and among all the applicants, Jimin was performed well. So company hired him. Jimin only had one weakness. He came late, which Yoongi hated the most. Time skipped after few days. Yoongi deducted Jimin's salary. Jimin started coming early. He started behaving weird. He talked less, only answering yes or no. His this change behavior noticed everyone, including Yoongi. Staff tried to talk with him, but he ran away by making excuse. Yoongi wanted to ask the reason behind his this strange behavior, but because of his introvert nature, hesitated. Jimin lost weight. He was already thin. He became weak and pale. Yoongi today. Yoongi had the meeting with his new client. Meeting was in five-star hotel. Neither Yoongi nor Jimin met with the client. Yoonmin came to hotel's rooftop and started searching that new client, Mr. Bin. Jimin, sir, why do we come here? Yoongi, for meeting. Jimin, but meeting was in golf course. Yoongi, but today I got his secretary's message that there is some changes in meeting. Now meeting is in this hotel. Jimin, oh, it looks very expensive. Yoongi, it's the one of the most expensive hotel of our city. This rooftop is reserved for meetings only. It's highly recommended for privacy. Jimin, have you come here before too? Yoongi, no, but why are you asking? Jimin, you know about it, so I thought you come here before too. Yoongi, nah, actually my hang does high class meeting in this type of place, so he told me about this. Jimin, oh, okay, sir, Mr. Bin isn't here. Yoongi looked here and there. Mr. Min? Yoongi turned around. Yes. Hello, Mr. Min. I'm Bin Sun Young. Yoongi, hello, I'm Min Yoongi. Mr. Bin looked at Jimin. And you? Jimin put 90 degree. I'm Park Jimin, Mr. Min's secretary. Mr. Bin rubbing his hand in handshake. Park Jimin, you are very young. Jimin felt uncomfortable. Yes, sir. Pulled his hand back. Yoongi, let's start the meeting. Mr. Bin, yeah, why not? Mr. Bin, secretary and manager were also there. Yoongi was sitting on the chair and Jimin was sitting on banquet seat. Mr. Bin was sitting next to Jimin. Jimin was writing the important points of the meeting and Mr. Bin's demands. Suddenly he felt Mr. Bin's leg on his leg. He removed a little bit, but then he saw Mr. Bin was rubbing his leg against his leg. He was feeling so disgusting. He wanted to slap him, but because of Yoongi, he stayed silent. Yoongi saw Jimin's uncomfortable face and saw Mr. Bin was sticking with him. He became mad and said, Yoongi, Jimin, go outside. Jimin, what happened, sir? Yoongi, nothing, just go outside. Jimin, but Yoongi, no but, give me tab and go, I will do it by myself. Jimin left. Mr. Bin, what happened, Mr. Min? Is there any problem? Yoongi, no, actually he wasn't feeling well since the morning, so I sent him outside. Soon lunch came and they all started eating. Jimin was waiting for them outside by thinking he did any mistake. Yoongi sent Jimin's lunch by waiter. Soon Yoongi came there and Jimin approached him. Jimin, sir. Yoongi gave him tab and files. Come and sit in car. Left. Jimin, but Yoongi was driving the car and Jimin was sitting beside him on passenger seat. Jimin wanted to ask him about the meeting, but Yoongi was looking in bad mood. He was looking at Yoongi but hesitated to ask. Yoongi, ask, what do you want to ask? Jimin, when do we need to do next meeting with Mr. Bin? Yoongi, never. Jimin, confused. Never means, is the deal finalized? Yoongi, no, I cancelled the deal and in future we won't do any deal with him. Jimin, shocked. You cancelled the deal, but why? Were his demands higher? Yoongi stopped the car at side and looked at him. No, his demands weren't higher. He offered very good deal. Jimin, then why did you cancel it? Yungi, because that person's intention for you was very cheap. You should have slapped him at very first place when he tried to touch you wrongly. Jimin, you noticed it? Yungi, what does it matter I noticed or not? You shouldn't be silent. Jimin, I thought he might be cancelled the deal. Yungi, so what? I don't want to this type of person. My staff safety and security is my first priority. If in future anything happen like this or you won't get good vibes, then immediately inform me. Jimin smiled. Okay. Yungi started the car. Now tell me the route of your house. Jimin, my house, but why? Yungi, to drop you. It's already very late. Jimin, it's okay, sir. I will take cab. Yungi, it's alright. I will drop you. Yungi dropped him at his home and left. Time skipped it next day. Jimin came to office before time. His eyes were so red and puffy. His cheeks were puffy too. He wore too much makeup. He was looking so weak. His hands were trembling and he wasn't looking well. Whole staff noticed it and tried to talk with him, but he didn't say a single word. He was only doing his work. Jungi wasn't getting good vibes from him. He wasn't making eye contact with him. It was evening time. One by one, everyone left, but he was still working. Jungi went to him and held his hand. Jungi held his hand. Stop working. Work time is over. Jimin, without looking at him, I'm doing overtime, sir. Please leave my hand. Jungi, no, you can't do overtime. Come, let me drop you at your home. Jimin, I will go by my own. This file hasn't completed yet. I will go after completing this. Jungi held his both hands. Are you mad? You aren't in this condition to do anything. Just look at yourself. Your hands are trembling. Are you alright? Jimin, without looking at him, yes, I'm alright, sir. Jungi made him look at him. What happened? Is there any problem? You can tell me. Jimin, leave my hand, sir. My problem doesn't have any solution. Jungi, there is no problem without any solution. Jungi, what happened? Jimin, nothing. Jungi, I will check it by myself. He held Jimmy's both the hands in his one hand and by other hand picked the wet wipes and he started cleaning his face. He saw there were so many fingerprints on his cheeks. He folded Jimmy's sleeves and saw there were so many bruises. He became mad and angrily looked at him. Jungi angrily, who did this? Jimmy, no one. He yanked Jungi's hands and took out mask and wore it and took it back and ran from there. Jungi just looking at him and angrily punched on the desk and threw the chair. Jimin somehow reached at his home. He didn't have any energy to walk. He was so tired. It was a little late. As soon as he entered inside the living room, he was welcomed by a hard slap and he fell on the floor. He held his cheek by his hand and looked upward. Jimin, Appa, Mr. Min, where were you? Your office over at 6 p.m. and it's 8 p.m. Where did you spend 2 hours? Jimin, I was doing overtime. You said now you want more money. Mr. Park, stop lying. I called to your office and you found out that nobody is doing overtime. He grabbed his fistful hair. Where were you? Tell me honestly. Jimin, I'm saying the truth, Appa. Why would I lie to you? Mr. Park, so you want to say that person was lying? Jimin, maybe there was any misunderstanding. Mrs. Park, I think he forgot yesterday's meetings. First he gave us less salary and now he started coming late. I think he made any boyfriend on whom he spent our money. threw the belt on to Mr. Park. We need to teach him good lesson, otherwise he will get out of our hands. Jimin shook his head vigorously with terrified eyes. No, 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 I don't have any boyfriend. Trust me. I was in office and I gave you full salary. My boss did salary of 2 days because I was late, and rest of money I spent on conveyance or food. I didn't spend a single penny anywhere. Mr. Park hit him. So now you started lying too? I think you forget yesterday's beatings. I showed mercy on you, but today I won't show any mercy. You will think 1,000 times before lying to us. He again raised his hand to hit him, but this time someone held his hand and pulled it. Jimin was crying and grasping the air. Mr. Park, who are you? How did you come inside? Through the belt. It doesn't matter who I am. You are him. Mr. Park, he's my son. I can beat or him. I have the full rights on him. Who the hell are you to stop me? Jimin looked at him. Sir, Yoongi helped him to stand. Jimin, you don't need to scare. I'm here. Jimin, sir, what are you doing here? Please go. Mrs. Park held Jimin's hand. Oh, so he is your boyfriend? Jimin, no, he is my boss. Yesterday he came to drop me. Yoongi removed Mrs. Park's hand. Leave his hand. Hide Jimin behind himself. Mrs. Park, listen, mister, whatever is your name, don't interrupt in our family matter. Yoongi, you are literally him even after knowing his condition. He can't even stand on his feet. Shame on you guys for beating your own child like a dog. Mr. Park pushed Yoongi. Get out from my house. Jimin, Appa, please don't do anything to him. Yoongi, of course I will go, but not alone. I will take Jimin with myself. I won't let him stay in this hell. Throw some notes on his face. I broke your door. Fix it by these amounts. He picked Jimin in his arms and left the house. Mr. and Mrs. Park tried a lot to stop him, but he didn't listen to anyone. Yoongi brought Jimin at his home. He passed out on the way. Jimin opened his eyes and found himself at someone's bedroom. A little boy was looking at him with curious eyes. As soon as Jimin opened his eyes, he ran away while shouting. Boy, meow meow, meow meow, meow meow. Angel woke up, meow meow, meow meow. Jimin tried to sit. Who is that boy? Soon that boy came again while dragging Yoongi, who was holding the food tray. Boy, meow meow, move your little legs fast. Angel woke up. Yoongi, yeah, you brat. I'm walking as fast as I can. I can't fly. Boy, meow meow's legs are small. Tomorrow Cookie will give water to meow meow's legs. Jimin smiled to hear his cute dogs. Sir, Cook came to Jimin. Hello, Angel. Cookie's Cookie climbed on the bed. Jimin smiled. Hello, Cookie. I'm Jimin, not Angel. Cook. No, you are an angel. Appa said he will send an angel to Cookie. Yoongi, yeah, he's an angel. Now move and give me the space to sit. Cook moved a little bit. Sit fast, meow meow. Jimin, meow meow, but where is cat? Cook pointed his finger on Yoongi. Meow meow is a cat. You know Angel. Tata brought meow meow from cat family. Jimin smiled. Cat family. Yoongi, and from him, bunny family. Jimin, oh, so he's your house. Yoongi, it's my house, and this naughty bunny is my Hang's son cooking. Hangs went for some work. They will be back in few months. Cook, Angel, Cookie made tasty food for Angel. Yoongi raised his one eyebrow. Cookie made. Cook, Cookie told to meow meow to make this, na?
So Cookie made it, na?
Cookie started feeding Jimin by his hands and he couldn't resist. Kyunki fed Cookie and himself too. When Jimin was passed out, doctor already checked him and applied the ointment on his bruises. Cookie went to his parents' room and came back with some clothes. Kyunki, what's this? Cook looked at him.
Angel needs clothes, na? So Cookie brought clothes for Angel.
Kyunki, these clothes are very big for him. Cook gave Jimin this clothes.
Then Angel can wear Cookie's clothes.
Shungi, your clothes are small. He can't fit in this.
Cook, then what will Angel wear? Angel held his hand. Let's go on shopping.
Shungi, all the shopping malls are closed.
Cook, then what will Angel wear now?
Shungi gave his clothes to Jimin. He can wear my clothes. Cookie was sleeping and Yungi brought Jimin to poolside. Jimin, sir, why did you bring me here? Yungi gave him drink. Drink it. Sat beside him. Jimin, I don't drink, sir. Yungi, it's not what you think. My Hyang's husband made this special, relaxing drink. You will feel good. Jimin, sip the drink. It's so good. Yungi, Jimin, why are you bearing all these beatings? Jimin, then what can I do? Yungi, you are an adult. You can let your toxic parents and stay alone. Jimin, my parents' thinking are very conservative. For them, I am their son. They have full right on me. They wanted me to earn more money and bear their responsibility. Yungi, but it's wrong. Yeah, they are your parents, but they can't treat you like us. Jimin, that's my destiny, sir. I can't do anything rather than accepting my fate. Yungi, no, it's not your fate. You should fight for yourself. Jimin, whom should I fight from? They are my parents. I can't fight with them. They gave me birth. I have to bear their responsibility. Yungi, when did I say to not bear your responsibility? I'm saying just move away. Send them money from time to time. By this, you both will happy. Your parents will get their money and you will get mental peace. Jimin chuckled. Mental peace? I lost my mental peace since I was born. First, my parents pressurized me for scoring full marks, and now they are pressurizing me to earn more money. These physical bruises are nothing in front of those bruises which I got since my childhood. What's the cure of that bruises? Yungi wiped his tears. If you will stay with them, then you will never stay happy. You have to move on. I'm with you. I will give you full support. I will help you to stay happy. You can stay here with me and Cookie. I know we can't heal your bruises, but we can help you to find yourself. Think about it. Cook came there.
Meow meow. What are you doing with Angel?
Looked at Jimin, who was crying.
Meow meow. You dare to make Angel cry?
Cookie pushed Yungi in the pool and took Jimin with himself. Jimin thought whole night about Yungi's offer and finally decided to live separately. Yungi and Cookie were trying to make him happy and heal him as much as they can. Yes, parents gave us birth, but they aren't owners. They should understand that children are human beings too. They have their right to live their life according to themselves. They won't abandon their parents. They will bear their responsibility, but sadly, they won't understand children's pain. Agree? Real family can be abusive too. Some families only care about money. Sometimes they abuse children mentally, so sometimes physically. It's better to stay away from such toxic families and send them money from time to time. Sometimes it's better to choose yourself over family. The end. Arthur's note. That's it for today. I hope you all like it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. Some real families can be abusive too. When we are in school, parents start pressurizing us for full marks. When we completed our studies, then they started pressurizing us for job. When we start doing job, then they start pressurizing us for marriage, then child. Our whole life is spent in satisfying parents' demands, and after doing all these things, they taunted us that we gave you birth, it's your responsibility to take care of us. Some parents are happy as far as you give them money. They don't care about what's happening in your life, only money matters. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with new story. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.